sipping slow. Post some more. Yeah, we just sipping slow. Lean.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's up, y'all? Okay? If you're new here, thank you for coming through here, y'all. And all my people that continue to look at me and pay attention to my content and I ain't showing none of my physical attributes. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I have reached some of my goals on this YouTube channel and I'm moving up, all right? So today I want to talk about 20 signs a man belongs in the friend zone. Men, you do this, you'll be friend zone. All right. So I'm giving the women the little data, the ones that don't know, that ain't good at dating. This is for y'all, okay? Okay. So first sign that a man ain't right and that you shouldn't say, okay, this gonna be my man, is if he turning the phone face down. If he can't keep his phone visible around you, he's hiding something. Transparency matters. And shady behavior speaks volumes, okay? So if he keep turning his phone around every time he keep coming around you, then don't mess with him. If you can't look at his phone, cause just look at his phone, y'all, ladies. Just look at his phone when he got it up and see how paranoid he get. Because even if he face it up, he might not think you'll look at it. So just look at his phone while it's face up and see if he don't change. If he changed, then he ain't gonna be your man. Don't let him be your man. If he act real crazy, don't let him be your man. Just look down at his phone. Even if you don't look at it real good, just act like you looking at it. If you don't want to see nothing, you don't really want to see nothing, act like you looking at it. Like look at it hard. Even if you're looking at the bed that's under his phone. If he don't lose his stuff and start getting paranoid, then he don't care. Okay, and that's a good sign. Okay. When a man switches up when attractive woman enters the room. Okay? If he acting out, getting loud or flexing his money, just being really crazy for a stranger's attention shows insecurity. If he's showing off, he ain't solid and he for the streets, all right? So you know, a true man know how to stay smooth. He don't care about what or who walk in the room, he going to still be him. Okay? The sign 3, because that was sign 2, the one about switching up when attractive women walk into the room. Now, sign 3 is breaking promises you didn't ask for. If he overcommits to things you didn't even request and then he flakes, it's about clout, not integrity. And you need to call him out on it the first time so he won't even think he can play with you. If he say, "Oh, I should pay your rent or something. I'm gonna pay your rent this month," or "I'm gonna get your nails done or your hair done," call him out. Just be like, the day is almost over. You still paying for my nails?" And if he act like he don't know, don't mess with him. Okay? He about clout and not integrity. He just a lot of men do that and act like they gonna give you stuff and do stuff for you, and they don't. I know. I'm a vet. I know. Okay? So don't let nobody keep throwing stuff at you. They know what women like, and some of them master women so much that they can just throw out stuff that they know we like to hear. Cause I remember a guy used to be like, "I'm gonna tag you in my credit," and he never did, and he in the dust. Okay, so don't let men shoot out stuff that they know you like. That's a trap, you know. So okay, so number 4, watching inappropriate content around you and the woman in his life, mother, daughter, sister, or any woman he's supposed to respect, because he don't respect them. If he's comfortable with vulgar TV or stripper culture in front of you and all his people he's supposed to respect, his women in his life, he's trying to normalize it for his benefit. That's a no-go unless you want to fight unseen battles. A struggle. That lust thing is the hardest thing to fight. Okay? So I think I'm on number 5. Number 5, can't let go of his female best friend. Okay? I ain't even gonna count them. Y'all count them, okay? If he can't let go of his female best friend, if he's ride or die for another woman over you, trust that her influence outweighs yours. That line of uh a line of a relationship, it don't need no third corner, making it a whole triangle. Y'all be in a triangle of mess. So don't mess around with it, okay? Most men are lurking like backup plans, waiting for the woman to slip up or be vulnerable or weak. Keep those do boys in check and out of your circle. Because we doing circles. We don't want to be in no triangle, okay? Don't let them in your circle now. Okay? So and if he is your friend, just don't fall in love with him. Don't sleep with him, because most of the time when y'all sleeping with him, y'all gonna fall in love with him. So don't mess with him. Otherwise, you're gonna have to deal with stuff. Until he can stop all this stuff, don't let him be your man. Okay? That's what I'm basically saying. Dodging accountability. If you bring stuff like this to his attention, because you have to tell him what he's doing wrong for him to know. And a lot of y'all be like, oh, why should I have to tell him? Because men are not like you. Every woman that has a man and has been with a man for years will tell you men are stupid. It's just straight up on our, as far as on our terms though. Like as far as stupid on what we do and how we respect and how we love. They're stupid towards women's gestures and moves. Like they don't know how to be a woman, or they don't know women um they don't know women's etiquette. They don't know women's love and women's nurturing and feelings and all that. We nurtures everything. They don't know that. So they are stupid to women. Like they just don't know. And some of them do. I'm not gonna say, and some of them just been single so long they just never had to care. So they're gonna just be stupid to it. Okay, so it's okay if they like that, long as they're not your man. All right, so just teach them and let them know the gates to get through and how to get through them. And if he don't think you important enough to change to go through them gates, then don't let him in. Okay, y'all better not lay with these men, otherwise you're gonna be sick as ever. Okay, so dodging accountability. If he plays victim or deflects when called out, if you tell him about himself, he's not mature enough for anything real. When you tell him something, he defends all his action. He doesn't see his flaws and don't want to see them. Okay, so if he just nope, I don't, I don't do that or whatever, and he don't be like, okay, I never thought of that. Let me look into that. I didn't even think I was doing that. I apologize. Don't mess with him, because if you, I can see if uh he says um no, I ain't do that sometimes, or no, I'm not listening to you, or I can't respect that sometimes. But if he doing it every time you say something about his actions, then don't mess with him. Disrespecting your boundaries. A man who downplays your standards isn't trying to meet them. He's trying to lower them. Okay? So if you have a standard on how you keep your house or anything about yourself, and he's your friend, he comes over just to, you know, eat or drink or whatever, y'all not sleeping together. Y'all better not sleep together until you find out all of these things about him. And he don't know how to clean up after himself, or he get in your car and he leave his drinks everywhere, and he just don't care what he do. Uh, and he don't respect your stuff, or he just don't respect you as a woman, period. If you don't like nobody doing certain things around you, and he just totally disrespectful. I'm just giving y'all some examples. I mean, you can make up some stuff because you probably going through it, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about as far as your standards. Okay, it's a no-go for a relationship. You should friend zone. Okay, he's living in chaos. A messy life equals a messy heart. If his lifestyle screams disorganization, so will your relationship. Calls into work, changing jobs often, always out, so the house is nasty as hell. Can't find his keys every day, and is out of shape, don't care how he looks physically, no self-control. He should have a routine every morning. Every morning he should have something that keeps his day smooth. He get up. You'll notice that a man that knows his uh discipline, and he's familiar with discipline, he gonna get up and do the same thing every day. He might get up, um, he might go in the bathroom, brush his teeth, wash his face every morning, and he might need to drink a cup of coffee. And he on time at work every day. He leave the house at a certain time. Okay, it shows consistency and discipline. So if you don't have that, friend zone until you could talk to him and say why you ain't got this together. If you like him enough to even say something, but if you don't like him enough, I don't even know why you wasting your time. Okay, if he talking bad about his exes or have ex problems, if every woman before you was crazy, or uh, it's a good chance he's the problem. How he addresses them, if he say be this, hold that, be this, be that, he is a problem. If exes is still a problem for him, um, and they arguing all the time and they still calling each other phone, then he might be sleeping with them still. Also, the quality of his exes. If they only a 10 in the body but broke anywhere else, and they broke by choice, they gutter, they don't work, or don't have nothing at all but a body. Okay, listen, he will tell you about her if she's getting on his nerves. Pay attention. You might be with a man who has a prostitute problem. Okay, especially if they got a body. If that's all he is dating is physical attributes, says he doesn't feel it says he doesn't feel good enough about himself. Okay, if that's all he needs, he has a problem with sexual desires. Okay, so always competing. If he's more focused on outdoing you than building with you, that's a red flag. He'll do anything to be on top of you. You know, not literally, y'all. Men, y'all be get your mind out the gutter now. No, but he'll be doing anything to be above you. Or if he is up and don't give you the game to do better, or put you up mentally on things that can make you grow in all areas, he ain't serious about you. He don't care about you because if he give you something, it's not gonna take from him. So there's no reason for him to be scared to show you something or give you something, because he gonna be on top anyway. You know, if he is scared, he either don't have it, or he just not even money mentally. He might not have it all the way together like you think he do, or he just competing, or he wants control over you. A man should always give women jewels. That's just a way, you know. And I learned that with my this late relationship right here. How a person can pour into somebody. Okay. Lack of emotional intelligence. A man who can't read the room or your feelings won't value your emotional needs. I won't say break the friendship off, but don't let him be your man until he does have more emotional intelligence. Sometimes it takes trust for a man. So men only have sex. They ain't never kissed or hugged or made love to anybody. So a lot of men just are sexual and they live in a bachelor life. So he ain't emotionally involved. But once you break that and he trusts you, he gonna realize this is more than that. And just gotta wait for that trust. Women can say a lot of things, but that don't mean we do it. You know, I'm this, I'm bring this to the table, I bring that, but you ain't brought nothing. Because you don't even know you didn't have to bring nothing, because you are the table. But that's another video. But anyway, I'm flirting in front of you. If he reckless with his attention, it's not because he doesn't know better, it's because he doesn't care. Let him know. You see how you flirted. I see how you flirted with that woman, embraced her with your whole body in front of me. It's cool, but I will never take you seriously as my man, or any man of mine, if you care what she feels over what I feel. Okay? So you got to break it down to them, because they don't be knowing sometimes. And then they'll just try you. What man don't want to have another woman if they can? Or do that. That's that boy behavior that's in all men, okay? Except the men that's graduated, that's been through that phase, and they got a solid woman that has already checked them too, okay? If he makes too many excuses, constant excuses for small things, don't expect accountability on bigger issues. Why he can't come through, why he didn't answer his phone, etc. Girl, friend zone, okay? Obsessed with status symbols. If flexing money, cars, or brands is his love language, he's shallow. That's all he care about is what people think. And he is gonna um, sink because of what people think. All he cares about is what people think over himself and you. So what's the point? Don't even try to get in a relationship with nobody like that unless you have faith in them, you know? But don't date them and say they're your man or even act like he your man. Stop letting everybody call you all the dudes and stop going on dates when you like a lot of women, y'all will like somebody and stop going on a date with all your other men because you like him better than all of them. No, you just ain't found that other man that's just as good as him with more better qualities. So stop doing that. Okay. Another one is avoid difficult conversations. He avoids difficult conversations. A man who can't face hard truths won't stick around for real. Life struggles. Okay. So if something happens in your family, um, that's hard for you, a death or anything like that, or you your landlord sold the property, so you got to move, and he don't want to talk about it because he don't want to help you. Stuff like that. Mm-mm. You can't. You can't. Difficult conversations about women. If he don't want to talk about it, he ain't really for real for you. Okay. He should care about what you think and how you feel. If you don't be with him. Okay. Acts different around his friends. If his respect level drops when he's with his boys, he shows his true self. That's his true self and how he thinks. Okay? So a person that loves you more than their friends, they gonna show that. They gonna show their friends. And yeah, they gonna do little stuff. You might overhear stuff, but when you walk in the room and he sees you and he acknowledges you in the room, then he should be able to be smooth. They got a different verbiage. They gonna be a little different, but when you come in the room, he should be like, "Hey, babe, what's up?" And he should get straight up nice, and he should go from a bear to a teddy bear. Okay, so that's how you know. If he overjealous or controlling, what starts as protection ends up with who you can talk to or not. Unless it's a man that's not your brother or child or first cousin, you know, he shouldn't be mad. Okay, if it's your brother, child, or first cousin, because them second cousins and third cousins, they be sometimes it don't do right. Okay, it don't do right. So no, just don't be with him, because if he's starting that stuff already and you ain't even put that thing down on him, it's gonna be over for him. Okay, so the next one is no real plan for the future. If he's just floating through life, don't let him drift into yours with no direction. Okay, because we going places. None of that. Okay, and the last one is says one thing, does another. Consistency is key. If his actions and words don't match, don't waste your time. Okay, you don't got time to waste. They can be your friends. You can have girlfriends and guy friends, but don't like this man because he's a beautiful dude or he's everything you want in looks. That looks is gonna get you ran through. A lot of dudes know to look now. They know how to dress right. They know how to say the right things, but their actions should speak louder than their words. You know. And men, if you are doing this, any of these things, clean it up. If you really want a relationship. But there is some people that's so desperate that they go on anyway. They don't care. Just gotta talk to these men and tell them what you feel. Don't be scared to be called insecure. Who cares? That not saying that you insecure is gonna have these ratchet, horrible men in your life. You don't want them. So just let them know. And you have control. All right? All right. Well, I'm getting off here. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And make sure you're sipping it slow. I said it right this time. 1.